he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. First down. Here's Cousins. And Diggs has it. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 15-yard touchdown grab. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Football going back to the New York Giants here. CD 4-12 this past year for New York. The Daniel Jones era has begun. Unfortunately for Pat Shurmur, his era over after 2 seasons. Now the Eli Manning era also more than likely over. So this could be a team with a lot of changes next year. They've already raided the Patriots cabinet, hiring Joe Judge, former wide receivers coach, to be their head man.
And one of the things that you hear when you call around the league and ask about Joe Judge as the head coach, a no-nonsense.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
When you talk about the dominating rushing performances that you and I have seen together, this has got to be right up there. His 4th touchdown run of the game and another long one to boot.
And I don't need to ask for a witness because you're right here with me. We are watching this, and we're watching such a performance that is demoralizing for anyone on defense. You know, it starts out coaches screaming, tackle him, get him. And after that last touchdown, I bet it's pure silence on that side of the ball.
Rosas good with the extra point, and that will take us to the end of the first half of play. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And New York set to take the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
Now Barkley stripped of the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. A first down carry for Barkley. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll go to Barkley again. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 3rd down, Jones. They're going to Gallman here on the screen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Cousins on first down. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. I call it no gain there on the first down play.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there with the defense.
And he coughed it up. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. To throw on 2nd and 6, Jones.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very...
And this is going to be intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. He was pretty good a year ago in college, getting outside of the pocket and making plays, but it's a different story here in the NFL.
Well, in college, when he broke out of the pocket, his receivers often knew what to do in a scramble drill. And defenders weren't quite as adept at that. In the NFL, they work on that as well. They realize once he's out of the pocket, you can knock a receiver down. You can take him out of the play that way. You can make sure you hunt him up and make sure that you have him covered downfield. They do a much better job of it. He's got to learn that the speed has changed on this level.
They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll throw again. Cousins. He'll dump this off to Cook. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. Cousins going to come up on a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 23. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with it.
And he loses the football a 2nd time. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To throw, Cousins completes it to the fullback, Ham. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Cousins on 3rd and 2, and he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Cousins to his tight end Rudolph for a Viking first down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Cousins. And this is Cook with a grab. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Cousins. And it's caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
And that's a nice game by him on first down, picking up some key yardage.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And an alley to run. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Anthony Harris on the tackle. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. On the run, it's Barkley. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, 48 yards. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. So Cousins and the Vikings down by 7. A little under 1:50 remaining. They need a touchdown and the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen, 57 yards. As they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes.
Yes, it was a touchdown. And not just a TD, but how about a long touchdown that puts them in a great position now.
And now just an extra point away from tying this thing. He's back to throw. And this is caught. And it's a 3-point game. Well, they had guts to go for that, and they got it. Now, if you're the defense, you feel some major pressure, don't you?
Well, they put it on you, haven't they? They've told you that you are the unit they believe in. We'll find out now if they can make it hold up. But, boy, just going for it in that spot.
I know, right?
Amazing.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. So now all eyes shift to the Giants, trailing by 1 after the 2-point conversion. Under 1:20 to go. They've surrendered a double-digit lead, but can rescue themselves late as they come up on first down. They begin with a run by Barkley. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Give the tackle there to Danielle Hunter. They'll run it again with Barkley.
Wrap up.
Still moving. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and given the first down. On first down, Barkley. Oh, look at the juke. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. On second down, Barkley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a...
Hello, everybody. I'm Jonathan Coachman, and this
Okay, Coach. Well, the road ends here. It has been a wild, often unpredictable 2019 season. And now it's time for the greatest spectacle in all of sports. Super Bowl 54 from Miami. You know, this town has played host to 10 Super Bowls in the past. And tonight, we write chapter number 11. And what a matchup we've got. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Kansas City Chiefs taking on the five-time Super Bowl champs from the NFC, the San Francisco 49ers. Now Mahomes, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. Throwing on second and long. Mahomes, and now he's going to use his legs. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. To throw, it's Mahomes.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes, and he's going to keep. The ball comes out, and now this is scooped up by the 49ers.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So it should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
65.
Throwing again on second down. Garoppolo, and the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he's got this down to the 35. 18 yards, first down Niners. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
13.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander. On second down now, it's Williams, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
Not sure I agreed with the decision to go for it, but I definitely agreed with his decision to run it. He picked up that big first down. I think he let his head coach off the hook.
That's what I was just going to say. If there's anybody more happy than the quarterback picking. And that's caught inside the 30. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. An outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs. 59 yards. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 without the 4. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7. Leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone. And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Striking first in any game is very important, but on this stage, the biggest of stages in the Super Bowl, that's huge.
You fully expect the other team to battle all the way through, but when you're the one setting the pace, jumping out in front, that has to feel great for the entire organization.
So that drive 7 plays in length. And in the end, it was all capped off by the Damian Williams touchdown run. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. San Francisco coming back out here on offense. See, this is a team that has, in the midst of their first playoff appearance since 2013, biggest jump of any squad, because just 4 wins last year, 13 this year, and that win in Seattle, Week 17, so huge. A tackle by Dre Greenlaw and Jacob Hollister on the half-yard line to preserve the victory. You think about the magnitude of that play. What a difference it would be between 3 road games if they would have been the number 5 seed versus 2 potential home games as the number 1 seed.
If they find a way to win the Super Bowl, that tackle will be remembered. It's already there with Dan Bunz's hit in the Super Bowl against Pete Johnson, the Cincinnati Bengals. We'll talk about that like Mike Jones's stop for the Rams against the Titans in the Super Bowl, where he stopped him about 1 yard short. That's how big of a play that was, to give them that open week and a chance to rest, because I think that team needed it. But I'm loving what San Francisco has done. Jimmy Garoppolo, people will question him about playing in the playoffs. Go back and look at the season. He played in how many different playoff-type games? I think he'll be okay. The defense and the pass rush. And if they needed just a little extra on the top, they're going to paint the end zones red, as they normally do when the 49ers have a big-time team, and that's what they're doing for the playoffs.
Pass complete here to Sanders. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 41-yard line. Hey, alert! Alert! Alert!
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
11. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 47-yard line.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And Sanders has got it complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
11.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. Completes it to Coleman. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Garoppolo, 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. Garoppolo again. And that's complete to Sanders. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here we go.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. Open man is born. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Garoppolo now. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Kendall Fuller. Through an opening, and there he goes. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo, you said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And here now the offense heading back out there. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, 49ers. Emmanuel Sanders. 77 yards as they are now on the board here in the first half. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Oh, well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Let's do it.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Throwing on first down is Mahomes.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Mahomes going to throw. Flush to his right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The tight end, Blake Bell, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now here's Mahomes being chased out left. And it's complete to Kelce. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce, 59 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Here's Emmanuel Sanders now as he and the rest of the offense march back onto the field. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's...
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they...
That's caught inside the 20. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Final shot before the half for Mahomes. Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And this is going to be 49er football. So it's halftime here on Sports Grandest Stage. So the halftime show in the Super Bowl, abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. The never tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again in Super Bowl 54. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Set to take over again here on offense, Jimmy G and the 49ers. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, well, get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 22. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Mahomes Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 21. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Throwing now is Mahomes, eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down. Mahomes now to throw. It's Kelce on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the 1st down in the process. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Nick Bosa able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Flushed out right. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Complete, the tight end Kelce. And he's got this down to the 35. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Mahomes complete to his tight end. It's Kelce. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 1st down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends are creating so many tough matchups.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. On 2nd and 9, Mahomes escaping the pressure right, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Terrific coverage in the end zone that time. Forced him out of the pocket to his right. I thought maybe try and run it there, but no one came open for him. Nice job by the defense of not getting out of their lanes.
Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. Steps away to his left. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. Well, CD, with the end of the season comes the announcement of the All-Pro team, and everybody was like, wait a second, Christian McCaffrey's listed twice. Is that a mistake? No, he got it both at running back and flex. Pretty impressive.
Very impressive because I think a lot of people thought that if you have a running back and a flex position, that maybe Christian McCaffrey would go into the flex because he catches the ball so well. And you would go ahead and elevate the big guy out of Tennessee, Derrick Henry, to the All-Pro running back. Henry ends up being a second-team guy, but McCaffrey deserves being first-team running back as well as first-team flex. He had a tremendous, spectacular year.
And as you might imagine, Baltimore leads the way. 5 players named to the All-Pro selection. Of course, leading the way for them, the quarterback, Lamar Jackson.
Yes, and rightly so.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Chris Jones drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. And now here comes Kansas City. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Caught, Kelsey, left side. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29. Now Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his second drop, indeed, not a good look. Flush to his right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. And now here's another interception. Picked off near the 42. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't.
This is caught inside the 15. Then he will finally be taken down, but how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Forced out to his left. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Out to his left. And that's caught. It's Kelce. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelce, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
Here comes Jimmy Garoppolo now to lead his offense back out there. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. To throw, it's Mahomes. Dancing to his left. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce with his third touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Like a freight train there, Derek Nottie with a sack.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Taking a shot for Samuel. They've got his man complete. 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 91 yards. And the 49ers get a score closer. So it was 4th down. They go deep to try to pick up the first. They pick up more than that. They pick up a score.
I'm not even sure the analytics guys would think that was a good gamble. 4th down there going for it. But they pressed the issue. And not only did they complete the pass downfield, how about the run after catch that ends up culminating in a touchdown? That's a huge play.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that someone, if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and looking for Kelce there, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. He was looking for his tight end, Kelce.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try to cut down the length of the drive.
It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
21. Here we go.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. He'll let this thing go for shot. And now here is another. And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here first and 10 at their own 23.
11.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Back to the air on second. It's Garoppolo. This is Coleman with a grab. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to bring up a third down. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. It's caught by Sanders. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. Garoppolo on first down. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And nearly intercepted. That would have been a hat trick, his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Less than 2 minutes remain here in Super Bowl 54. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now Garoppolo. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. Garoppolo looks to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
What we got?
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 32-yard line. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle, 32 yards. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that one...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case here. That's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Mahomes going to throw it here, eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Mahomes to throw, being chased out left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Throwing now is Mahomes. Flushed out right. And going deep for Hill. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. On 1st down, Garoppolo. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. One final try now for Garoppolo. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And that will write a finish to this ball game. And the Kansas City Chiefs are the Super Bowl champions.
Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Coach, we are just about set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. A few moments ago, they raised the 12th man banner, and this place, as usual, rocking and rolling. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Cleveland Browns and the Seattle Seahawks. Here's the former Sooner, Austin Seibert, to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Now the first carry for Marshawn Lynch. And they are not going to let him turn the corner. Some serious pressure right out of the gate. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. They go with Lynch right side. It's a 6-yard pickup to get him back to the original line of scrimmage with third down coming up.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. To throw is Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joe Schobert, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. Buying time to his left. Open man is Jacob Hollister. And he takes it all the way down to the 44-yard line. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. He'll run it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. And that's their second. Charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Here's Wilson. Steps away to his left. Now he'll pull it down. He's got a first down. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. First down, the run with Lynch. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a first and goal. A couple of nice carries back to... And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Marshawn Lynch taking it in. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on the opening drive.
Martin, I think we can all agree that that was a pretty darn good opening drive right there. And the key to it all, going for it on fourth down earlier in the drive. Set a tone for it. And the best part, they made it pay off.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Mayfield off the play fake. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say...
Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Landry, the intended target. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now. As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
They'll run on first down. It's Lynch. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, Lynch. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. So after the run by Lynch, here's another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. They'll run for it with Lynch. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. They try again with Lynch. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Let's think here. You're still just in the second quarter. You taking the 3 points?
I am taking the 3 points, and I'm just relying on my defense here. Show them you have a little confidence in them, and let the offense know, nice drive. Come back next time. We'll go get 6 then, but for now, we'll take the 3.
Now it's Wilson, escaping the pressure right. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
The defense was almost too good on that play. They took away all of his targets. The one thing they forgot, to account for him as a runner. And he was able to tuck it and go for the end zone and get it done.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 14-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. CD, we got a little time here before Cleveland takes their next snap on offense. Quite a ride, really, for the Browns in 2019. Freddie Kitchens really hardly knew you. Gone after one season. Remember, people had elevated the Browns, not just playoff contenders, really, but Super Bowl contenders in the preseason. But that 6-10 finish brought them back to earth in a big way.
Well, let's go back to the preseason, and we did talk about those high expectations. I think that you and I both pumped the brakes on the Super Bowl talk. I thought playoff talk was legitimate. And when you look at this roster, whoever ends up taking over as the head coach of the Browns, they should be very happy with the talent that they have and a chance to chase a division title in the AFC North. So we'll see if this team matures, learns from this past season where expectations were too high and they didn't come close to meeting them. But I think it's a roster well worth noting that they can make some noise if they come together and play at their best.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Check. Hot. Undercross. Hey, Lloyd 33.
Mayfield. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session, but coach, I was throwing it to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Marshawn Lynch with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 21-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Here's Mayfield. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Jacob Hollister. As the first half is winding down. Here the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally you know me. You've been around me for a while.
And that's caught inside the 30. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Mayfield now. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham in the final seconds of the first half as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
Final play of the half, Mayfield to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. So we no, I'm not mad at you for skipping halftime, but can I just have a sip of water real quick? Please, thank you. All right, let's go. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. There's Baker Mayfield as he and the Browns offense comes back out. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half 2 after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you. And it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on here? And instead of playing for the team, they're playing angry and mad at their teammates.
Mayfield to throw it. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Offense.
Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Check. Watch 54. I'm here all day.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. Odell Beckham Jr. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 87 yards. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. Now Wilson on first down. Steps away. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. We'll make that now 2 completions for him. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. That's caught by Hollister. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Here now, time to discuss Odell Beckham Jr. And I think we both agreed he could have a really good game with this matchup, but over 200 yards now.
I don't think we saw it as that good, and I think what really makes it special is when games like this are occurring, it's not just getting locked in and in the zone and on a roll. It's continuing to adjust throughout the game because, you know, the defense is kicking coverages towards him, trying their best to slow him down, and he keeps getting the better of them.
Yeah, whatever they've done, it hasn't worked. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. It was Trey Flowers that time who got a hand in and broke it up.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. 23 yards, the final tally. Mayfield now from the 50. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete. It was Trey Flowers that time who got a hand in and broke it up. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And again, it's Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Going to the air again with Mayfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Trey Flowers picks it. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game.
And this is caught. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 56 yards. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They come out here in the eye. Well, that didn't take long. 1 play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll run with Lynch, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. On 2nd and goal, Wilson flush to it. Touchdown, Seahawks.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
But she's singing too.
No, she's
on like the 5th tune.
Yeah, she left Scales way behind, but he's just saying something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And not a good return here. He is brought down at the 7-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Check. Fresno.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. It was Trey Flowers that time who got a hand in and broke it up. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. He's going to float this. He's got him in. Complete. The 40. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry, 93 yards. And the Browns get a score closer. So from back deep in their home territory, all the way into the end zone, you think they expected to score on that one?
I'm not sure they expected to score, but they also showed that they're not averse to taking a little bit of a risk there, right? Taking a chance, because the normal call is take care of the football, run it, be safe. Instead, they put it in the air and took a gamble, and it paid off in a big way. That wasn't an analytics call. That wasn't a fantasy guy's call. That was like a video game call right there.
It was a little bit of a video game call, but it worked. Evades the tackler, and now some space. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. That kickoff return, 104 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams. I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot.
No.
Okay.
Beckham and the Browns set to take over again. Glancing down at the stat sheet, and we've been tracking it, but you get a 100-yard game, you're really happy. You're over 200 like he is, you probably want that ball after this game, don't you?
You want that one. You want to continue to call the same plays in any other game you play. You're having one of those magical performances that just never want to end. And you know something? Your fellow receivers, they get those clenched grins.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bobby Wagner, the former second-rounder out of Utah State, with a sack. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 64 yards. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. Well, yes, that's his third touchdown catch, which is very impressive, but on the scoreboard, they're still struggling.
So safe to say that without him, my goodness, yikes, they are in major league trouble. He's doing his best to try and keep them in the game.
Throwing, Mayfield. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you're trying to throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. He lets it fly for Lockett. That's caught inside the 20. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Wilson. This throw caught right around the 6. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks. From the gun, it's Wilson. That escapes the sack. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us. Because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.